10 dietary and lifestyle tips that will allow you to manage your diabetes. Before we begin, here are interesting facts on diabetes. According to the American Diabetes Association, 34.2 million Americans, or 10.5% of the population, have type 2 diabetes. Globally, 462 million individuals are affected by type 2 diabetes. It's estimated that there are hundreds of millions of people who don't know they are diabetic. Some signs of type 2 diabetes include increased thirst, frequent urination, increased hunger, fatigue, blurred vision, slow-healing sores, frequent infections, and tingling or numbness in the hands or feet. The main risk factors that will trigger the disease are problems of overweight, obesity, a sedentary lifestyle, and having an unbalanced diet. In general, after 5 to 10 years of high blood sugar, diabetes can have effects on kidneys with renal insufficiency for example, but also repercussions on the eyes with risks of blindness, loss of sight, and vascular risks. Diabetes is sufficiently serious and requires treatment as much as possible. Before giving the 10 tips, you should know that it is more effective to try at least 2. Losing weight is the first piece of advice. Losing weight will help your blood sugar levels, so it is advised to shed 1 to 2 kilograms each month in order to maintain blood glucose levels as steadily as possible. And most importantly, don't go on fancy diets, restrictive diets that can clearly imbalance your diabetes. To experience better and quicker results, try GlucoTrust, a brand new supplement developed in the US with an all-natural ingredient composition. Together, these components support stable blood sugar levels, safe and effective weight loss, and better sleep. Second piece of advice, try to minimize your intake of sweet foods and beverages as much as you can. Be aware that diabetic patients should not truly consume fruit juices. The body can't use the glucose in your blood, which is a big problem. It is then obvious that eating sweet foods turns your blood almost into syrup. Third tip, if you're actually starving or want to eat, choose meals that don't include carbohydrates because they won't make you gain weight. For instance, foods that are strong in protein, like turkey, ham, and hard-boiled eggs, or foods that are very low in carbs, such as raw vegetables, tomatoes, radishes, or cucumbers. Fourth tip, try to eat your meals on time. It will also help regulate blood sugar levels. Fifth tip, don't skip meals. It is very important to have balanced meals. If you don't eat, you can just have hypoglycemia. Sixth important piece of advice, try to consume starch and vegetables together. Always include some vegetables, such as green beans or zucchini when preparing pasta, rice or potatoes. The combination of these two types of food will slow down digestion. Tip number 7, also very important. Consume fruit in moderation. Despite the fact that fruits are excellent for health, an apple contains up to 4 pieces of sugar per serving. For instance, you should limit your fruit intake to 2 servings each day. Tip number 8, choose plant oil over other types of oil because it's better for your health overall and specifically for your heart since diabetes increases your risk of developing cardiovascular disease. Consume oils like olive and rapeseed. Tip number 9 is daily exercise. The best thing to do is to avoid using the car and public transportation whenever possible. Walking for 10 or 15 minutes would be a really efficient way to reduce your blood sugar. Additionally, check your blood sugar levels before and after physical activity if you have a device that makes it possible. You'll see how useful walking is. Last but not least, perhaps you didn't know it but you can use a natural cure that regulates blood sugar and burns fat. To learn more, click the link in the description. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe for more health advice.